Sorry, y'all. I'm on a level 10 high tonight for this episode of Death to Squids. Guys, Jose normally has been bringing over edibles, but he said, oh, sorry, don't have edibles. But I thought Jose smokes the ganj maybe from a vaporizer or something, but a vape pen, not a vaporizer. Those are two different things. So I thought he was going to be high. I'm so stoned, and it's hitting right now. Okay, Jose, how are you? We're 3 episodes in. What's Trancers 3? I mean, why do you like this franchise? I'm
just laughing at the fact that you're so high and you're realizing that I wasn't stoned the whole time just now.
Okay, how are you liking Trancers now? We're halfway through.
All right, I gotta say, first one, I thought it was interesting. I was like, all right, this is cool. This is all right. Second one was really good. There was so much that happened. And then this one was like, it wasn't as entertaining as the other.
Oh, dang.
But
I
think I enjoyed it a little bit better in terms of the other story. Because the other stories just seemed like it had a lot going on. And this one was a little faster and a little more streamlined.
Yeah. But it's so wild because Listler in the first one was so, I'm brainwashing people in this religious cult thing. And then, like, how does this super soldier serum eventually go into, I'm just trancing with my mind? Maybe Listler was a trancer who broke the chains and is now able to trance others.
So this is what I think happened. After the events in the first and second movie, Whistler was erased.
Listler.
Or
it actually is Whistler, fuck.
Yeah, it is Whistler. Was erased, basically, essentially.
Yeah.
The second one, his brother was destroyed. So they went back in time to make sure that there would be no more Trancers. But what I think the universe kind of found its own way of of sending back in time, because all of the instances where Trancers were getting started and then
Trancers will find a way is what you mean.
Essentially, yeah. Like to quote Jurassic Park, life will find a way.
That's what I was doing, but with Trancers.
But with Trancers, because they're dead. Yeah, so I think either there was a zealot of the first and second movie, like somebody in the future that was like getting turned into a Trancer.
Jose, it's actually because like the first Trancer was a vampire.
Oh.
I am spoiling the plot of the next movie, but
no.
I believe it's vampires.
So it goes from zombie to vampire?
Yeah, well, it goes from
vampire to zombie?
Yes, it goes from vampire to super soldier to zombie.
But they were essentially zombies, though.
Yeah, but they were like Bud the Chud, opposed to Chuds. No, Chuds was actually smart guys. It's Bud the Chud, not a normal zombie.
Gotcha. Okay.
You're like, I don't know what the fuck
I don't know what Bud the Chud is, to be quite honest with you. But what I think happened, this is just my speculations, and the only way I can see this happening, especially in the realm of the story, is because it was basically a cult for the first one.
Yeah.
And then the second one was kind of the same thing, but they were just taking...
Green cult.
Yeah. So I think somebody during the events of the first one who wasn't fully turned into a Trancer kind of went back, sent himself down the line to 2005, sorry.
This time travel shit is... it just doesn't make sense.
It really doesn't. I'll tell you that. They kind of... yeah.
Just think of what you would have thought of this movie if you were this stoned. You would have been like, this one fucking is the best.
I think I would have hated it if I was high.
Oh.
To be quite honest with you.
Oh.
Because I enjoyed it pretty much sober.
Uh-huh.
But if I was high, I think I kind of... I don't know. I don't think I would have kept up with it as well. Because it felt like a lot of things were happening pretty fast. but not a lot of explanation.
Yeah, but the soundtrack you'd be able to live in if you were high.
Yeah, 100%. But
It'd
I don't.
be dancing around you.
Sorry.
Yeah, this is an audio medium.
Yeah, I forget sometimes. Just start dancing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think because there wasn't a lot of explanation really going on.
Yeah.
Kind of had to just. You already seen the events of the first two movies. We're giving you some juxtaposition at the beginning. Go.
Yeah.
You know, and it was pretty much like, all right, move. For Jack, once he got back into 2005, he just kept moving. He had to go and go. Yeah, so.
Wow.
What did you think of this one?
I forgot how good it was.
Yeah, I think this one's more sci-fi than the other ones, and I really enjoyed that aspect of it.
Because they're actually in the technical future, even though it's 2005. They're in the future for the entire time. So it's what do writers in 1991 think 2005 is going to look like? And when they're in the future and in those bases, that felt a lot like Stargate.
Yeah, kind of.
Which is so much earlier than Stargate, the TV show at least.
Maybe Stargate got the inspiration from Trancers.
Maybe.
Yeah. It's not that there was really anything too wrong with this movie. There was like, it had its goofy moments because like,
yeah,
a lot of times the Trancers just kind of seem like NPCs.
Yeah.
Like even when they're the main focus, they kind of acted like an NPC, which was kind of funny.
They're zombies.
Yeah, that is true. I don't know why I didn't think of that.
Zombies are like for sure NPCs. They're the definition.
Well, depending on which zombie you're talking about, though, right?
All. Even Jesus.
Would you consider Last of Us zombies?
Yeah.
They're not NPCs, really. I mean, like...
They just walk around until they smell a blood or hear a blood or see ghost of blood.
Or see a blood.
Lick a blood.
Touch a blood. If they definitely touch a blood, they go crazy. Not the gang members.
I think we got them all.
Yeah.
All the scents. Oh, also umami.
Yep, umami. The most important
seventh sense, umami.
The most important sense.
Uh-huh. Man, that wall's getting deep again. Now you're sober hearing me say this dumb shit. Okay. Let me go with notes or we're going to be here for porg ever. Today we see triplets because it's all about Trancers 3 Deth Lives. Or Deth Lives if you're very upset with the English language. Because it's just, yeah. The third film in the series dropped on October 14th, 1992. That's so close. Wait.
Ooh, that's only, as of recording, 5 days away from today?
Uh-huh. So, wait, this might be dropping on October 14th. Is that a Thursday?
14th is a Saturday.
Dang it. Oh, yeah, because
tomorrow's the 10th.
Yeah, and
I can't do simple math.
Tomorrow's Tuesday, so in pretty short time. Just a year after the second this dropped in 1992. Written and directed by a Full Moon feature mainstay C. Courtney Joyner, who also wrote Trancers 6, as well as some Puppet Master entries.
Trancers
6 is my favorite movie in the world. I almost bought it on DVD at this horror convention we went to.
Really?
Yeah, it was a very small one. It was at the Davis Theater, and one of the tables, they had just an entire sleeve of Full Moon feature releases. So they had some Trancers, baby. Due to Helen Hunt's rising stardom and recent hit sitcom Mad About You, the producers didn't initially approach her to return to the low-budget series, feeling she wouldn't do it. Helen Hunt, who remained close with the cast and the crew, was shocked to learn this and said she was more than happy to return as Lena Deth, albeit in a more limited role due to her busy shooting schedule with Mad About You.
That's crazy, though. They didn't even ask her. They were like, hey, we think you're going to be busy, so we don't really want to.
That's what I would have done, too.
And she was like, what? Why?
Yeah.
But then it turned out like, no, you're gonna be busy. You can't be a part of this. I'm sorry. We have such a small time frame to film.
Yeah, but she still was gung-ho about coming back. Like, hey, let's keep this character
Which is
going.
great.
Yeah.
Because some people, when they, rise
to shoot to stardom,
they don't really want to do a lot of their older.
Yeah, that's all I'd want to do.
It's because they think that they're a lot of. I don't want to speak for a minute. Some people think they're better than what they were before. So
I'd come back and guest on Hit It and Crit It.
Whoa, woof.
No, I'd still do it, baby.
We're gonna have to get back to it soon.
If I was like a famous producer, I would still have all these podcasts.
That'd be so dope, though. You're a famous producer, and we're still doing Hit It and Crit It. Hell yeah, that's the dream.
Then maybe we'd be able to do it 3 times a year.
Hey,
but that's still 6 episodes.
Still 6 episodes.
Yeah. Okay. The idea of Shark, the android sidekick, was developed after the director noticed that Tim Thomerson was suffering from various aches and pains during filming and was afraid that Thomerson wouldn't be able to carry the film on his own.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Tim, you're getting old, is what he's saying.
He's got 2 more movies because Trancer 6 is not him.
Gotcha. Okay.
Because that comes out in like the 2000s.
Okay.
Maybe 2006.
The 6th.
Also, the end of this felt like they were setting it up for a TV series.
Kinda, yeah.
So then they would just go to a planet every week, like Monster of the Week, to take down a Trancer there.
Yeah, that would have been awesome, though.
Yeah.
I mean, if it had the following.
It would put it on Sci-Fi Channel.
Even if they just did a quick 1-season, 12-episode season, that'd be dope.
And we're talking, this is 91, man. They're going syndication. They'd be doing like 23 episodes.
True, but it depends on how long the episodes are.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, Star Trek Next Generation, that was still quite a bit of episodes.
True.
Especially for syndication, man. That's an hour block you don't need to worry about.
But they had Sir Patrick Stewart on it, so...
That's before he was a sire, though.
He was still a well-known actor.
Was he?
100%.
Oh.
Yeah.
I had a friend named Andrew Stewart.
That's probably his great-grandson.
No.
Or
He would have told me this.
Or his great-nephew, you know? You never know.
His grandnephew.
Grandest of nephews.
Great-grandnephew. My great-great-great-great-grandson nephew. Wait, real quick, there couldn't be a grandnephew because wouldn't that just be your grandson? I don't know. Never mind. No, this doesn't make sense.
I'm so confused now.
No, because that's still your aunt and uncle. Never mind. Okay. What am I looking for? Tim Thomerson is wild. He is an actor, of course, but former stand-up as well. His stand-up is wild and both ahead of his time, but also somehow still not... but somehow still... And both ahead of his time, but also somehow still ahead of his time.
I think you said the same thing twice.
I know. And that's how it's written. But it meant, but still somehow behind the times. I don't know what I was trying to say. I think that's in there. Oh, I just said the same thing twice, but it's supposed to say he is a stand-up and both ahead of his time, but also somehow I think still having to subside to hacky material between his absurd ass material. None of this paragraph makes sense. He has a line in his stand-up where he says, I was born on the freeway, raised on a mayonnaise farm. And it's so fucking stupid and funny.
Oh.
And I recommend everyone watch this movie. He is a star in it's Full Moon Features or Empires. It's called Doll Man. And
Doll Man?
Him as a like rough and gruff cop. And he's on Earth, like he's from the outside space. but he's only like 12 inches tall. So he's like a tiny guy running around.
Okay.
It's so wild.
I'm gonna have to see this.
That was sold on name and poster alone. They didn't know what it was going to be, but they were like, Doll Man. And then they say, all right, someone needs to make this a reality. Because you would just have him be a normal-sized guy and the movie would still work. It'd be fun.
Yeah,
Doll Man.
It's just a very interesting premise. I'm gonna have to watch this to see what this even about.
And then Jose, do you know about Puppet Master and demonic toys?
No, I haven't.
Puppet Master and like these doll movie came out that Charles Band was a part of, and that market boomed. Then he made something called Demonic Toys. So it's all full moon features, and the demonic toys are just like toys that are demons.
Okay.
Pretty much. There is a Dollman versus Demonic Toys movie. I haven't seen it yet, but I want to.
Oh, we gotta watch this at the end of
hell
after
yeah.
Trancers is over.
Then we got okay. So Trancers, then Dollman, and Dollman versus Demonic Toys.
Yes, because that sounds amazing.
And there's also this one called like Cherry 5000 that Tim Thomerson is a star of. That it's been in my queue, and I'll like hover over it, and Nicole's like, just watch it, man. You know this movie is for you. Does it show a synopsis?
It's Cherry 2000.
Okay, hell yeah.
A successful businessman travels to the ends of the earth to find that perfect woman who's always under his nose. He hires a sexy renegade tracker to find the exact duplicate of his android wife.
Yeah.
Who is in this movie?
I'm think Tim Thomerson's in it.
Melanie Griffith is in this.
It's weird. Like he's trying to find a specific model of a sex doll.
Yeah, that's kind of what it seems like.
Because I've seen the trailer, and at least that's what it seemed like the synopsis was.
Lawrence Fishburne is in this?
What?
Yeah.
Man, we might need to just watch all of Tim Thomerson's movies.
I don't even think Tim Thomerson's in this.
He isn't? Oh, okay.
He is.
Okay, all right.
He's just not the lead.
All right. Oh, then maybe we don't watch it. Leading man or I be damned. Also, Butter's here, guys. She's looking so cute and adorable.
Hell yeah, Butter.
Okay, let's get into this movie. Dang, that was only 10 minutes that Notes took? Yeah. Holy shit. I was like, fuck, we're probably 30 minutes in.
No, your perception of time is off right now.
I did it, guys. Okay. So pretty much the premise of this movie is Jack is sent up the line again because there's a Trancer war happening. And then they send him down the line because even though Whistler's dead, Trancers will still exist in 2005. And it's this military group making Trancers to be the perfect soldiers because they won't have any fear. But to be able to control their trancing, it's kind of like Xavier's school for gifted children, but zombies. So
it's funded by the government too. That's the crazy part.
And then Jack takes him down, and that's the premise.
Yeah, it really threw me for a loop though, because it started and I thought it was gonna be a Christmas special.
I
was like, hell yeah, let's go, a Christmas special again. Let's do this.
And over VO, Jack says, "I'm a future cop with no squids to burn."
They really pulled the rug right from under me.
Yeah,
I was so excited.
This begins sort of like Ghoulies 4 begins with a shotgun blast in a convenience store.
That beginning is so weird. There's no information for anything. It's just some guy who's robbing a convenience store.
Hey, man, this is how Ninja Turtles 2 starts, and that's the greatest movie in the world.
I haven't seen it in a while, to be quite honest.
Dude, it's the greatest movie in the world.
Is it?
Yeah, I think
is it just nostalgia?
No. Nicole never saw it as a kid, and I watched it with her, and she's like, that's legitimately funny and fun.
Maybe I'll watch that soon.
They are babies.
Yeah, so they're like some guy's robbing a convenience store, and while he's trying to rob the convenience store, a weird fish person appears in front of them, like out of this time machine almost
yes.
looking thing.
Oh, not almost. It's just anything can be a time machine.
There's no explanation of what's going on. And like I said earlier, they're like, you've seen the other two movies.
Hold on. If someone in a movie just poofed out of thin air and they were on pogo sticks and they say, I'm from the future,
I'd be like, you're crazy.
Wouldn't you assume that the pogo stick is a time machine?
Maybe.
Actually, no. I would just assume they pogo sticked into the time machine and it was a portal. No, because I don't believe in portal time machine. Portals are like someone creates a portal, but a time machine just poofs itself. So if you were pogo sticking, I would assume you didn't create a portal and pogo sticked through. No, the pogo stick, I would assume, is the time machine itself. Should I have said a bike? Yes. Absolutely. Like a weird looking bike. Because this is kind of just a weird looking tube.
You know what? You're right, though. Because, it's good writing, I think. And you see this almost kind of like a Terminator scene.
Yeah. He's buck-ass naked.
He's looking for Jack Deth.
His shark hog's hanging out.
And all he does is try to find
pre-cum everywhere.
Oh no. It's covered. Just covers the convenience store. But no, it is good writing because you see this. It's just kind of like you think it's another Terminator character coming to kill Jack Deth. He's just shows up, asks for Jack Deth, kicks everybody's ass that he needs to.
And when the time machine comes in, there's this high-pitched noise, and the guy robbing the place is holding his ears like, my ears, they're bleeding. They're bleeding red.
That's what blood is, James.
It's from, I think, Halloween 4 or 5. It's a quote, Mommy, it's raining. It's raining red. It's warm. Because they're underneath a tree that has a dead body in it, and this kid thinks it's raining red.
Oh, shit.
What a dumbass.
Yeah, stupid kid.
What's the best Christmas gift you ever got? Is it like Jack and divorce papers?
I think the best Christmas gift I got was a shaving kit.
Whoa.
Yeah.
As a teen or as a now?
I was an adult at that time. Yeah.
As a now?
As a now, yeah. But I don't use it anymore because I just let my beard grow. So
okay.
I was like in my early 20s when I got that. Best Christmas gift I got.
Damn. Because you care about what your face looks like.
Well, I was in the army. Now I don't really care.
Oh, okay.
But it's kind of like divorce papers, you know? No, don't do it, James.
I salute you.
Don't do it. No.
For your service in our military.
No, please.
I salute you.
No.
You're a hero, sir.
I'm a hero because my name is Jack Deth.
Whoa.
The only hero here was Jack Deth.
He was the only hero all along. So Jack is outside a hotel where an old man is having sex with, I think, a 16-year-old.
I think
that's what he implied,
yeah.
Jack Deth. But he's going to Butter. Oh my God, Butter, quit doing cute stretches. If you stretch one more goddamn time.
Butter's trying to get the hell out of here.
Yeah, I think she wants out. See ya, Bubs. So he's at this hotel and goes up to the attendant there. And the attendant is reading an issue of Slut magazine with a magnifying glass.
Yeah, I didn't understand that.
He's like, I'm trying to see the third hole. Is that real?
Oh, my God.
Girls say they got one, but I don't think it is.
He was trying to find the clit.
I also had that written down, too. That was an alt.
Adjust to the adjustment.
Man, so he takes Jack Deth. Jack's like, hey, I'm getting adjusted to, I forget what it's called.
This weird android thing just kidnaps and knocks out Jack Deth in like the middle of the parking lot, and everybody's just watching him. And as he takes him back to the time machine, the android knocks a cop out, which was kind of hilarious.
Yeah. Just like bitch slaps
Just
him.
100% just backhands him so hard he knocks out. And once they get back to 23:35, whatever it was.
Yeah, I don't think he got knocked out. He was just so alarmed he was crying on the ground.
He's never been hit before.
He was cowering and he thought, oh, this is a bear. I should play dead.
And it looked like a bear. Fuck. That weird thing looks terrifying. It doesn't even look like a shark.
I'd dress up as a furry of this.
Would it be a furry or a scaly?
Because he's a bear. He looks just like it.
It looks like a fish bear.
He's a fleshy.
There you go. A fleshy. Fleshy chromie? Because he's got like robotic parts too.
Yeah, that too. A fleshy is someone like a furry, but they dress up as a person. So it's just like a person wearing a person suit.
Oh my God.
Those are fleshies. That's the only way they can get off.
Oh no. Yeah, this is my fleshona.
Yo, that's really good, dude. You're like, no, James, you are just stoned.
You are. It wasn't great. I'm going to be honest with that.
No, I thought it, because it took a second for me to be like, what is he talking about? But then it clicked.
A flesh sona.
Means a flesh soda, but you say it wrong.
Yeah.
Gulp, gulp. So Jack says, I don't know what you need more of, a personality or a bullet in the head.
He's like, my head feels like it's been through a blender. I love the one-liners that Jack has sometimes, honestly, because they're so cheesy sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, you're good, sweetheart. Real good. Like, it's stuff like that all the time. It just
he says, got hit with a pan. Better leave the bacon. Some bullshit
he said
like
some
that.
shit like that before. Hold the bacon, please. Or something.
He's a little weirdo. They then meet up with the ex-wife, or the future wife. We'll just call her that for
future
right
ex-wife.
Now. Yes.
As Tim Thomerson says in his stand-up, he refers to somebody as his future ex-wife.
Oh, yeah. His stand-up's good, guys. It's weird.
It is real weird. I'm going to let you know before everybody goes and tries to find it.
And it's really weird because that was happening during the boom.
The boom of stand-up in like the 70s. Because it's Freddie Prince's, his show, I think, called Freddie Prince and Friends.
Well, like the 80s were the boom. And then the bubble popped after that. And during the boom, it was just people going up and doing like really lame shit. Very hacky stuff. And this is so far out there that it could never be hacky. But then there are some conventions of hackiness in there. And I think he just knew the biz. And he's like, I need this hacky shit, but I can also be a weirdo.
Yeah, he knew how to be a stand-up comedian. He was he know how to set up a joke and how to play the crowd if he needed to. In that clip alone, you can kind of see it. So I haven't seen anything else. So
yeah,
good for him.
So they're talking to the colonel now, like the person who's in charge of the temple. No, the council.
The council, yeah.
Because all the other council members died besides, and this guy just rose to the rank. And
because McNulty ate it in the first firefight.
So he says, yeah, you always said there was going to be a Trancers war, but we never believed you, which I think we brought that up. And I was like, there's never going to be a Trancer war. I guess there was, but we never see it. I would love a movie like that. But he's like, how many Trancers did you kill? And he said, we lost count at 1 million, but they kept coming. You seriously counted 1 million dead Trancers?
There's no way, because they would have been
singed.
Yeah, singed.
Unless then they do they request a consensus real quick to be like, everyone needs to check in, and we'll just, if you don't, we'll assume you were a Trancer that died. And then they're like, holy shit, 1 million people aren't checking in?
Yeah, that could be.
We could understand like 30,000, that just didn't get the letter.
Yeah. I wonder how they would do something like that today. Like
hack into your iWatch phone and hack into the mainframe of your brain, man.
no, they'll just check the microchip that they put in you when you were a baby.
Oh, no, when you got that Pfizer shot.
Ah, that's right.
Oh, give me that Pfizer. It makes me feel randy. Like
I saw on Twitter
tranced.
somebody said a booster is just the system update for the first shot.
Whoa. They must have been stoned when they wrote that tweet.
Probably, or it's just dumb.
Okay, well, because, if they're being serious, yes, but it sounds very much like...
Like a teenager being like, just using a simile.
It's like people when they say, what if oxygen is poison, but it's just slowly killing us?
I've actually seen that before. I'm not
yes,
joking.
I know.
I've seen that before.
Or if people say, what if when you're sober, you're actually high, but when you're high, you're actually sober?
Are we like, I think right now you're not on the same wavelength on me. So we're going to have this conversation later.
What if your brain on MTV is actually your normal brain?
Well,
but
we know.
This normal brain is actually MTV's brain on.
But the original MTV, not the...
Oh, no, I'm talking about Yo MTV Raps 2010.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Give me Yo MTV Raps 2020.
MTV2, boys.
It was just Yo MTV Raps, but with a mask on.
Oh, my God.
So this is 2005 when it all began. My depression. And I wish 2005 was this.
Oh, I mean, I was only 3 years old.
Oh, what?
I'm lying.
Okay, yeah, because I kept trying to say that I was saying you were 4 in 2002.
No, you said I was 2 in 2004.
Oh, okay.
And I said no.
Oh, yeah, because you love Maynor so much.
Maynor.
What's the deal with Maynor and cars?
Maynor or Mater?
Maynor.
So Mater is this one character he's a tow truck.
Yeah.
But Maynor is just a broken down car. Like he's on cinder blocks and people see him in passing.
Wait, there's really a Maynor?
No.
Oh.
I'm just yes-anding you.
No, I'm stoned in the so I was calling that character Maynor in the beginning of Nicole and I's relationship, but she probably thought I was just being stupid. And I go, oh yeah, that Maynor character. And she's like, hey, it's a Mater. And I go, what? I always thought it was Maynor. And she's like, who told you that? I said, well, it was this like 5-year-old kid that I knew who just loved cars and always talked about Maynor.
I mean, that should be the name.
Yeah. Hey, I'm
it's
Maynor.
Larry the Cable Guy. Maynor.
Hey, I'm Maynor.
Oh,
I think you mean manners. Oh, ma'am, I don't have any of those, so let me grab your pussy.
Which brings us to Steven.
Oh, yes, dude. I wish 2005 was like this.
No, this guy was weird, man. We jump into 2005, and let me set the scene.
Oh,
We're at a strip club.
oh, hell yeah.
Me and you at the bar.
Oh, yeah, macking on some titties.
Some lady is giving us attention, and I get so excited I break the bottle. What do?
Covered in pre-cum. That's a callback, baby. Even this stone, I still got it. Pew! You shot me. There's a callback to the other episode.
No, we get an introduction to a character that is so creepy.
Uh-huh.
Just think of a frat boy who got super soldier serum and thinks he can have whatever he wants.
Yeah, I wrote down which of us in Hit It and Crit It is of this group, the horny ass aggressive blue-eyed man.
I don't think any of us.
Okay, all right.
I mean, I think we're all horny on Hit It and Crit It, but nobody's aggressive like this man.
I'm horny, baby.
Hey, this guy literally says, "Why do you think they're here?"
Also, he says, "Oh, I got a hard dick or something."
He's like, he said something. I'm harder than
a hot stone.
I think he says some shit like that. Like, I'm harder than the Yosemite Mountain or some shit.
I'm harder than my cock and pussy.
But then we get an introduction. Like, so we get this introduction to this man.
Yeah.
And it turns out he's there with a bunch of other Trancers who are new, and they're there to then blow off some steam. Because I guess Trancers have so much pent-up aggression, or maybe they already had that before they became Trancers, and they just didn't do a psyche eval. Who knows?
Oh, and there's this one Trancer or cadet there that she seems apprehensive about it. And they're like, "Hey, Squirt." And I said, "Why do they call you Squirt?" "Oh, I house that soda."
Yeah, it's... Oof. I would have been surprised if they named her Squirt for another reason, but like the way the movie goes on about the Trancers, which we'll get into, it wouldn't surprise me if that was how they got the nickname.
Yeah.
But they're all sitting around.
"I do drugs, you finger bang me, and I just spray you."
Oh my God. Which is, I don't want to jump ahead, but God damn it, James, you brought up something that was really weird.
Dude, if I were alone, I would have jacked off to that scene. It is hot.
It is not. It is so weird. There is nothing.
On fuego.
There's nothing going on in that scene that is arousing.
But the woman is like heaving and moaning, and he's so close to the motion. If she just turned 45 degrees, he'd be rubbing her clit. And I think that is so hot.
Yeah, I guess. But like this man is also, he looks wet and slimy almost. It's kind of weird.
Colonel Mommy's rank is daddy.
Yes, which is another weird thing. He has, because basically the Trancers do whatever he wants.
It made him so
they
creepy.
Give them his mind.
Yeah.
They give them their minds, right? Why are they walking around calling him mommy and daddy?
Well, no, he is daddy. But his formal name, how your father you could call daddy or Paul.
No, and I get that. But then he goes on to saying, "I am their mommies and daddies when we are in the field."
Yeah.
Not just because his name is Colonel Mother.
But still, Colonel Mother. Oh, yeah, hey, it's Colonel Mother, not mommy. I think him being named this is like the main bad guy. It is so just fucked. You know this character is evil and is like full of themselves to be called this. I thought it was amazing. It's funny and kind of campy, but if you saw someone want to be named that, you would think, "Oh, we need to call the police."
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
That guy, he was weird. He was a weirdo. Weirdo. So it makes me think, because everybody calls him daddy or mommy. Umami, the most important sense. It just makes me seem like, it makes it seem like Colonel is having affairs, multiple, with all of his subordinates.
All his children.
Sorry, all his... Sorry.
Because he's both mommy and daddy.
I don't know why I didn't realize that.
You wouldn't say if a daddy came your way giving you some chump change, you wouldn't say, "Yes, sir. I'll be your little sugar baby."
I don't know about that one, man. This one was the whole... it's all disgusting and weird now. I didn't know why I didn't think of it earlier, but it looks weird and sounds weird now in my head.
I bet that spum is sweet on you, sugar daddy.
Spum.
Wouldn't it be great if semen taste like bananas or chocolate? Like if semen tasted exactly like Hershey's chocolate milk.
Like the Nesquik?
Yeah, Nesquik milk.
I don't know about that one. I don't...
Why not? Like it's pretty much think of Nesquik milk, but in like pudding.
That's just chocolate pudding.
Well, yes, but it's Nesquik flavor. It gives you that same like. It's a little dark, so like it's a lot of it, but
take
not
some
too
pudding
much.
and add a spoonful of milk.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say pudding. No, but I want it pudding texture.
Yeah.
That'd be, and that's what semen would be.
Yeah, it'll just add a spoonful of milk so it's a little runny.
But we don't want it runny.
I don't know what you want from me, man. I'm trying to help
saying,
you.
wouldn't that be cool?
No.
What?
I think the whole thing is weird.
You wouldn't. I'd say I gotta give this a shot. It's kind of like when you're a kid, and I don't know if you did this. You must have had an iron deficiency, so you were eating your own scabs.
No,
and they like tasted irony, like of iron, so they had like a nice taste to it. Probably because you were iron deficient. I did that as a kid.
I mean, I pulled scabs off, but I never ate it.
I'm a freak.
I think I got caught doing that once as a kid, and then I got my ass whooped.
You said you're not gonna be a freak.
You're not gonna be a freak in this house.
Douche.
That's why I'm such a weirdo now as an adult.
They were like, we don't want to see you do it, and we definitely don't want other people seeing you do it.
They're like, whatever weird shit you're gonna do that on your own time.
You will not be known as a scab eater. My brother was a scab eater.
Oh no, I never actually. I always like who doesn't pick at their scabs, but I don't know. It just never caught my attention.
If you knew you had Nesquik pudding at the ready, you wouldn't be like, yeah, I'm gonna eat this.
I think I'd be really exhausted after, though.
That's the best time to have pudding. It's easy to
Are we
eat.
still talking about like sperms tasting like that, or now we're moving on to scabs being the one that tastes like that?
No. I'm just saying, like, in reality.
Okay.
If you were to, let's say you had just beautiful sex and you just came and you flop over and someone started feeding you pudding, that would be like ice cold pudding. That would be heaven on earth, you piece of shit.
It became out like ice cold pudding.
Oh, well, not
They would
this.
be like,
no,
they'd be like, are you okay?
You should watch All Cheerleaders Die. It's about a cheerleading team that ends up being murdered but come back as zombies, and they have sex with one of the sisters switch bodies. So the in quotes unattractive younger sister is in the hot older sister's body. So it like goes and fucks her crush with this, and the guy's like fucking her, and he's like, oh, it's so cold. It's like an ice box. Is that normal? And she's like, oh yeah, if it's not cold, it's not good.
That's pure gaslighting.
Yeah, because she's a zombie and she doesn't want that to be known. It's a very good movie.
I think that's just how what's that movie called? It Follows.
Oh yeah.
I think that's just how it starts. Like that's the beginning of it. That's the prequel to it. Because I don't know if you've seen that one.
Yeah, I've seen It Follows. It's the prequel.
It's the prequel.
It's covered in prequel.
Covered in prequel.
No, prequel.
Prequel.
No, get that pre-cum out of here.
But you wanted it to be full of ice cold Jello.
I wonder if people, if anyone has like mastered the art of controlling the pre-cum gland, so they can just like ooze some out and then use like that would be fucking wild. There has to exist someone, and I hope they are a good teacher.
The new X-Men character, Daddy, can control his pre-cum.
Uh-huh. Which is pretty good. It's slippery, I bet.
Oh my god. Oh, I have a note.
Yes.
Sorry. Early models of Trancers, super horny.
Uh-huh.
You cannot convince me otherwise. They are super horny.
Oh yeah.
And I have another one. Sorry. The fight choreography just seems to get worse with the years.
So yes, I love the in quotes didn't have time to rehearse style of stunt fights.
Yeah.
Because it looked like they were being very, very safe with it. it seemed like they didn't have time. They just probably went through it 3 times to be like, okay, we can do it on screen.
I wonder how long it took them to film Trancers 3.
Oh, I can check to see if that info's anywhere, but no, it didn't pop up anywhere. So then that dude, the really horny and rage dude, because we skipped a little bit.
Yeah, sorry guys.
He goes wild and crazy and goes up. He's like, oh yeah, look who came down from the mountain. These yokel farmers. Goes up to this guy and says, hey, shouldn't you be fucking your sheep? And this dude says, wow, man, you guys suck, you jarheads. And oh, you're ugly too, because this man's tranced out. And this guy goes to punch him, and the tranced out guy just bends his arm the wrong way. And he's like, ah, then starts fighting, punching people. And eventually takes a cue stick from a pool and stab him real good.
Yeah, he just straight up impales a man in the middle of like the strip club, and no one does it. No one says anything. No one gets the fuck out of it. They're just looking at him like, what?
Jose, he impaled. It's his heritage because of Dracula.
Oh my god! God damn it! I hope the explanation's better than the what I'm putting in my head about it being vampires.
I'm gonna assume no.
No.
Because the story and acting in the next one gets real bad. But we will be, because now I have a job that I'll get a little bit of money. I think like bills will be paid. We'll be able to you get a month of Full Moon Features streaming service. And that will let us watch the next 2 movies in a remastered widescreen.
Okay.
So at least it will. I think it'll look very beautiful. I hope.
We'll see.
Oh, and then that dude kills a bunch of people. Then the like Secret Service of this army
Trancers
base,
Corps,
they come in and they're like, "Hey, we're gonna shoot you. You've really fucked up." And he's like, "But I'm what you wanted me to be." And he's like, "Ah." And then the guy says, "Yeah, but not at the right time." Gadoosh, gadoosh, gadoosh.
I gotta say that seems kind of like it's kind of like they're calling out, because it sounds like whoever wrote that knows or has experience with somebody who's dealt with PTSD. Because it's a lot of times some people will be like, you made me this.
Yeah.
Or like a lot of people, or some people would have a problem when transitioning out of the military, being like, you made me this. Like we've seen in other movies being like, you made me this, you can't take this away from me. I've done everything you've asked for me. And kind of, that's actually really good writing.
It's like when Professor Oak put a gun to all the girls' heads.
Yeah, and he said, which one do you want?
And then he's like, you're too powerful. And they say, you made me this. And then he gadooches all 3 of them.
You made me, father. And then he pulls the trigger.
Uh-huh.
One bullet, all 60 of the Powerpuff Girls dead.
Well, he's a scientist. He made a 3-barreled gun.
You know what? You're right. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Because I'm not the scientist.
Uh-huh.
Sorry.
And then he makes a suit out of their skin so he can have superpowers.
It's a lab coat.
Yeah. Ooh. Ew. A lab coat made of skin is disgusting.
Just a trench coat, basically.
Yeah. And it's disgusting. Picture Professor Oak comes to greet you to give you a Pokemon. You can pick one of 3. And his lab coat is now made of skin.
It's just made of Pokemon skin?
Well, no, I think it should still be human skin, because because then you could technically say, oh, it's a leather. Yeah, but a leather lab coat is also gross. That's a butcher's outfit.
Oh my god.
That's Pinhead. And then we get the sexual scene.
Yeah, sorry to...
Now we're on to the sexual scene, and this girl's like, and they're spooning, and she is in a thong and a bra, and he's in a robe, and he's just kind of like rubbing her thigh, and as they're on their side spooning, and he's just rubbing her thigh going, ah, yes, I'm the wonderful, I'm great, this and that, like really talking her up. And he says, transform me. And this, Nicole and I role play as this couple a lot. And I'm her pride and joy. Yeah, she's the mommy daddy.
I don't want to know.
And I'm the one that she wants to trance. Oh, real quick, this bar has real bowling alley vibes.
Yeah, it's just because of the neon lights.
Yeah, and the pool hall.
Also, I don't know if it's supposed to be a bar or
a strip
club or
I think there was just someone coyote uglying, but
the sign
nipples.
says girls, girls, girls.
Oh yeah, and I guess it's slow night. Only one woman works.
I don't know.
One girl's works.
There was like one person there dancing, and then one person walking. I think doing tables.
So now we have girls.
But there's no. The other girls were the two Trancers.
No, those don't count.
I mean, that's what they. I mean, that's the only math PEMDAS I see, you know?
And then Jack now meets up with Lena after he tries to go to his office. Is that where we're at?
Yes, because he arrives after the whole scene of RJ leaving the bar and finding the newspaper with Lena's name on it. Yeah,
and Lena uncovered a military group that because the person who defected... Is that the word? Defected. So Jack goes to Lena and is explaining, hey, you need to tell me. I know you know this girl. You wrote the article. She shouldn't have went to the press because now they know where she is and that she is more than just someone running away. And then all of a sudden she comes out with a gun and says like, rada, rada, rada. You need to tell me who you are. And
Put the gun down.
He says, well, I'm her ex-husband, and she's like, yeah. And he says, I'm a Trancer hunter from the... He just says, I'm a Trancer hunter.
Yeah, I'm a Trancer hunter. And she's like, oh.
He should have said, I'm a Trancer hunter from the future and the past. And yes, then the future
again. But I don't think they were trying to go with funny. I think they were trying to go with serious. I'm a Trancer hunter. Because it goes from her being like, I'm going to shoot you to be like, oh my God.
But I think the way of just saying I'm a Trancer hunter from the future, that would have been, oh, this is more than I even imagined it could be.
Yeah.
And then at this time, Jack and her leave because Lena vouched for him, saying, both of you can infiltrate this place. I believe in both of you. And she closes the door on the both. And I said, like, in Lena's voice, as I would do it, I said, I make pee-pee now? Or I make pee-pee now. Because she's like, oh, I can piss. And I was like, Jose, what if every time you left, I closed the door and I was holding it in the entire time. And every single time I say, I make pee-pee now.
I think I would have. Do you think I would hear it, or would you wait till I actually left?
I'd wait for you left because then you could run up and knock on the door. Then you would need to buzz to get back in.
True.
If I hear that door close, then my bladder lessens because I have a colostomy bag. So like there's constantly a catheter in me. So
wow, you look really great and you hide it really well. I would have never noticed.
But I don't want to pee around people because that's kind of messed up that I'm just like, what if right now I was like leaking my jeans, but you didn't
but you wouldn't notice.
Yeah.
I think it's fine.
What if I was just shitting right now?
Just looking at me in the eyes, just like,
Trancers 3 for
another edition to Full Moon Records.
People are like, please go back to pee-pee now. Get out of this shit. Get out of this
shit. Oh my God. Jack and RJ, who's the person who defected, end up going to the beach, I want to say. I don't know what it was. It was the beach, right?
Yes.
Yeah, some beach, and they're talking, and he's kind of giving her the rundown of everything that, like, oh, this is what's going on. Like, how could you do this to yourself? You're a soldier, and she's like, look, man, I left already. You don't have to give me the spiel again. I'm trying to help you take down the organization.
Yeah, and she was like, I'm a soldier, Jack. It's all I know. It's in my blood. That's why I joined in. A soldier wants to be the best soldier, and if they promised me they could, okay? Oh, man. And he's like, but only squids can get trans. You have a stronger mind than that.
I can help you, but you got to listen to me. You understand?
He's like, you're beautiful. You don't need makeup. That was given off the same
That's
vibes.
exactly what he said. Yeah. He was like, you look fine without it, actually. You should be fine.
And earlier they were getting zapped, 2 other Trancers, and they're so horny and writhing.
It's so much so... we'll get to that later because that's later on. Sorry, I keep wanting to jump ahead because the horniness is everywhere in this movie, but mainly just the Trancers.
Yeah.
And it's still weird.
And the erotic dancer.
I guess
she's not. We don't know if she was horny.
I mean, I would say that's their job. Like,
yeah.
She's doing that for money. She could enjoy it.
Yeah.
But
I would enjoy it.
I would enjoy it.
If I was CFNM all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what that means, you pervert. Do you know what that means?
No.
Oh, it's closed.
I know.
Oh, okay.
I'm fucking with you.
It's closed female nude male, and there was a series called like The Dancing Bear.
Oh.
I loved that series because it was a room full of women and naked men would dance around them. And I don't know if it's just, I think that it was signified by wristbands of, there were normal women there to like be extras. And then there were women who were professionals. And I think when there is a wristband around, the men know like, hey, I'm going to like thwip my penis in your face. But there are some times that no wristband women, I think just like get in the motions and like just get semen jacked on them. It's a wild series, but if I were one of these dancing bears, I'd be horny at my job.
Yeah, that's fair. But see, I think their job is to actually have sex.
Oh yeah.
In the movie Trancers, I think they were just
granted. When I worked at
erotic dancers.
When I worked at Vivid Seats downtown, I would just be horny sometimes.
You're just a horny ticket customer service person.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Then I'd have to find
ooh, how can I help you with your order
today?
No.
I wasn't. It's not that. I just was. I'm like, oh, I thought of Nicole. I'm horny.
People are yelling at you. Ooh.
Oh, yeah,
can you please keep it down? It's getting a little too hot.
Someone's screaming the C word at me, and I'm like, oh, yeah.
Ooh, louder.
Ooh. I'm your pride and joy. And then Zawada comes in and is like, your cubicle, it's covered in pre-cum.
God damn it.
I'm tantric. I never bust, I just pre. Okay.
As they're talking about the, oh, yeah, how could you, we got to be strong, and fight it back. They get stopped by the cop or like get approached by a cop. So, yeah, what's going on out here? This is a restricted area. Oh, we're just having a conversation. Make it quick. And then immediately goes into another conversation with Jack about the car.
Yeah, she says, I just had to stop to see this vet. And it's like, dude, that's when RJ says other reasons why, but pulls out a gun and says, fuck you, and blasts her in the head. And this cop dies, and she explains like, oh, that badge is incorrect. They're not supposed to have these types of guns.
She's got nail polish, a ring.
And you could have just said she was interested in your boomer vet. No.
I guess.
Because she's like, oh, yeah, I love this Corvette. I just had to stop and see it. No.
Shoots the cop and says, no cop loves a Corvette.
No, just no. She seems like she's hitting on him and saying, oh, your Corvette's so classy. That seems like something a woman would say just for a man to feel self-confident.
I guess, yeah. I mean, he could be a potential sugar daddy, so you gotta play it the right way.
I was gonna say, because they want that dude for his money.
I mean, he's old, right? So probably gotta have something good.
No, he was sleeping on the sidewalk the night before.
I mean, the cop didn't know that. He was driving the Corvette.
Oh yeah, you're right. And then I think it goes to the CIA dude.
Yeah,
going in.
Yeah, he's like, because they try to find a way to get back to where the compound is, and they're like, well, I got a place for us to hide for the time being. And he goes, but it turns out to be a ambush. But I didn't understand that one, how they were there already. But, who cares?
Yeah, maybe they saw the time machine.
Yeah, they probably did, and then they got their asses kicked and got abducted from there.
And then the CIA dude's wanting adulation for finding this woman again. And the mommy daddy is just like, oh, you think this is your job. If you were doing it properly, she wouldn't have deserted. And this guy is like, oh, yeah. And I might not have done combat training, but I am good, mommy daddy. I know you think I'm not because I've never fought in real wars.
He's got combat training, just no combat experience.
Yeah, and I salute you, Jose.
Stop.
He all of a sudden is getting defensive, and I think this was his intentions all along. He wanted to take him out, he's working on the inside, and maybe right now he's getting fully tranced, but he has a gun behind him, cocks it in this echoey ass room, and we both said, already have it cocked and loaded.
Yeah, if you're going into that kind of situation, but I think...
And just put the safety on.
Yeah, I don't know. They were just weird. I think they were just weird. He was like a slimy little, as Colonel Mommy likes to say, my little bureaucrat.
Uh-huh. And then this is when Colonel Mommy says, that's not my name and I don't have them call me that, but I was with my last battalion. I was their mommy and daddy on the field, so it's not just a name, it's what I am.
It's just who I am to these soldiers, Lieutenant.
And he's trying to get it so these Trancers will get to level 10, and at that, they'll be able to trance without the drug, a.k.a. through the power of Christ.
The power of Christ compels you. One of the, I forget what his name is, but one of the lieutenants from the bar scene has his brother there because he was trying to recruit him. And he finally recruits him, and he's going through the Trancer scene and getting the injections and everything. I think Tim Thomerson's kind of funny in this scene when he's getting his injections because he's just kind of talking to himself for a little bit, if he's going crazy. Oh, no, I got it. I'm good. It's just him talking to himself. It's so funny to me.
That's a stand-up experience.
He kind of does that in the stand-up bit, too. Mm-hmm. Kind of his little quote-unquote crazy bit.
My next note's not for a little bit longer.
Yeah, same. I think I have... my next one is when he's in the pit fighting. When they're fighting in front of the senator.
Go for it.
Yeah, so the guy that gets his brother recruited, he gives him another Trancer shot right before, because there's a senator who comes in to see how the program's doing, to see if they need to get more funding, if they want to, if they're doing well, they're going to get a lot more funding. If not, they can be, canned. So it has to be really great for them. So the lieutenant's giving his brother a last injection before he goes. And what does Jack say? He says some dumb shit be careful or something. And they're like, I'm going to get you or some shit. And he's like, oh, you messed with the wrong brothers. After that, he proceeds to take his brother to the pit, which is this little fighting area that they have made.
It's so cool.
and straight up murders his brother in front of the senator.
Wait, that was the two brothers?
Those were brothers.
Holy Christmas.
Yes. That's why he was like, why are you doing this? He's like, you got to fight back. And he's like, no.
And then he rips out his throat.
He ripped his throat out. That was his brother, James.
Dang. I thought it was the older brother and like
some rando?
One of the other muscular dudes from the bar.
No, he took his brother.
Damn.
Yeah, he murdered.
Familicide.
But he does that because he's trying to show the senator that I have full control of them. They have no mind anymore.
Yeah.
Which I think was kind of great, but it was crazy.
Yeah.
He just murders his brother, and I was like, what the fuck is happening here?
And later, I'll fuck him.
My next note's not for nothing, something further ahead, but if you have anything to add.
Jack gets free with RJ.
Yeah.
And RJ's jonesing now. She's been shocked with a lot more Trancer steroids.
Yeah.
And she's fearful. And then all of a sudden, alarms start going off because they blasted on that one dude, the CIA looking dude, after he's like, ho, what? Ho! That dude had a drawl about him that I don't know if I like or hate.
I don't think he knew how to act.
Or I don't know if I like or
I don't
love.
think they gave him a good direction of what kind of character they needed it to be.
Yeah, because we don't know if he was trying to double cross or why he was trying to double cross. Just nothing was coming out of him except now he's nervous.
Yeah. I think you could feel the energy shift in that scene because Colonel Mommy has like a straight up sword with him as he's belittling this man.
Well, the alarms start going off, and this woman slow runs just a couple feet, and it's so funny and beautiful.
Going back to like the fight choreography, like when you said that it seemed like they didn't have a lot of time, we literally see Jack just shoot somebody's ass.
Oh, yeah.
Like he goes for the killing, like the guy's moving, and then he doesn't go, he goes for a killing blow, but doesn't aim for the head. He just aims between the legs.
Yeah.
Like ass area and just pulls the trigger.
Yeah, there are a lot of weird angled guns in this, but maybe if they're using real blanks, they don't want to just blast it directly at the person. So
this was after or probably before or around the same time as Brandon Lee.
Probably.
Yeah.
It also makes more sense. Don't shoot directly at someone regardless.
Yeah.
So maybe they just, because, hey, the safety of the stunts themselves are so extravagant. So instead of me like this would be shooting you if I go like this, but they're like, hey, we don't want any problem. Go like this.
Yeah.
So then it looks off in the camera. Maybe that's what was
Maybe they just
happening.
didn't have the right angles.
Yeah.
They only had so much film to use.
And over the intercom during this, as they're shooting, blasting their way out, we get Dr. Daddy Colonel Mommy saying over intercom, you must annihilate with extreme prejudice.
I remember that.
And then the next thing, like they take down a bunch of Trancers, and then Jack turns around and he's like, RJ, we're safe. And she's starting to trance out. And he's like, no, you can fight this. You're not a squid. You're not a squid. And then she starts choking him, holding him up against the wall like that meme. And she goes, kill me, Jack. Kill me. And he does.
Yep. Well, I mean, at this point, she's full trance. I don't like her eyes are sunken in and everything. So I think he realizes it's like there's no return for this. So he shoots her in the stomach.
Yeah.
And she has like the most dramatic death scene I've ever seen.
Oh, it was like that?
Yes.
Oh, I thought she just was, I thought it was under dramatic.
It was very dramatic.
Okay, I'll watch it again.
I'm pretty sure it was. I think that was dramatic, and the one of the other subordinates where she died was very dramatic.
I don't know. But that was my last no, and pretty much he wins.
He wins because Shark shows up.
Oh, yeah, Shark
and
shows
then powers
up.
down.
And that sword from earlier, he stabs the lady with it.
Yep. Chekhov's gun again. That's this movie's fire truck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mommy Daddy says, "Oh, you can't kill me, Jack. You've been tranced. Put that gun in your mouth, Jack Deth." And he does. And then he's starting to fight it, and Colonel Mommy Daddy just goes, "All right, I'll finish you off," and shoots Jack in the arm. Big mistake, because that wakes Jack out enough just to be able to shoot Colonel Mommy Daddy like maybe 3 times in miscellaneous areas. And his death scene was perfect.
It was not.
Yes, it was, because it kept him being a fucking creep.
You know what? Yeah. No, you're right. He was a creep all the way to the very end, and
just staring at Jack, going, closing in on his body, but actually
while smiling.
How he laid down from dying, that was weird. It was like a kid trying to be a turtle.
A kid that's trying to pretend to be dead for a movie but doesn't know how to act.
No, he was just resting like a kid would rest like a turtle.
And I think that's all I have. Yeah.
And then Jack wins, goes back up the line with Shark.
The council.
The council is Jack's ex-wife and
the doc from the first 2 movies, and then Harris from this one.
The dude who said we killed a million. They say, "Hey, you're good to go, man. We got you for a lifetime. Just we're going to send you to different timelines that are fucked up." This is a perfect concept for a TV show.
Yeah.
Wowzers.
Could have been like a different time period each episode.
Yeah. Do some future stuff. It would be Stargate.
Yeah.
Just as a cop show. Wow.
Very
Hopefully,
interesting. We should do it. We should just make it.
Well, the Trancer show might be actually happening now, and maybe that's what it'll be.
Oh, shit.
I truly thought they were setting this up for a TV series, and it's crazy how it didn't happen. But next week, we will be next episode, we'll be discussing Trancers 4, where he goes to Romania.
This is going to be very interesting.
I'm excited to see it in HD, baby.
I'm excited to see it in general.
Yeah. I'm pumped. Are you pumped? You better believe it, listener. We have like one. Why are more people listening to this?
I don't know. I probably have to start posting. It's just I'm not on social media anymore.
We should have had everyone at that party a couple nights ago listen to an episode.
Hell yeah. We're going to have another party soon, so I'll keep you posted on that one.
Do you have anything to plug?
Not really. We have our Instagram that's... it's kind of dead, but we still are going to try and come back to our podcast soon. Hit it and crit it. You can find that. Is this a Patreon podcast? No. You can find that probably. You can find that wherever you listen to this on. And it's just D&D for a bunch of people who don't know how to be evil for the first half of it. So I hope you enjoy it.
Yeah. Hey guys, listen to my music under Marshland Monster. Anal Dentata is out tomorrow upon release. October 13th is when it releases. It's a good time. Oh, baby, I got a lot of music a-brewing, and even have a project for November, a 7-track EP coming out. I'm working, baby. And then head over to mlmpod.com to find out information about our other podcasts. Please, like Mostly Speaking Sentai, Hit It and Crit It, Sweet Child of Time, Formulaic, Height of Horror, This Movie's Gay. I did. Oh, wow, I'm stoked.
Great.
Yeah.
That was great.
That's the best I've ever done that. I hope I'm not missing any. I think that's it.
That's it.
Yeah. I'm Sweaty Time Pro Wrestling, but that's in this feed, so that's why I didn't include it.
Gotcha.
So then head over to patreon.com/MLMpod, where for $5 a month, you get exclusive content every single Friday. This Friday is Mostly Speaking Sentai After Dark. Very funny, stupid episode of that with Nicole and I. We recorded that today upon recording this. And if you're a $10 patron, you get all of that, plus monthly bonus content, as well as your name shout-outed in every single free feed podcast. So let's begin with those, starting with Steve F., Eric Berry of Ranger Command Power Hour, Alex Z., The Waz, Defo or Orion, he formerly known as Defo, Jordan B, the Chaos Witch, my Bickle brother in common law, Joshua Jacus, Steve Barnes, a Sweet Child Time, and Intro Void. He did a remix on Anal Dentata. Check it out wherever music is found on October 13th. The Woman Which I Emerged, my mother, Lil Corey's BFF and roommate, former roommate Shane, that fed twitch.tv/Corwinning. It's Corwin. And from the formulaic and the rom complex, it's twitch.tv/R2Shelby2, R2Shelby2. I've been James.
I'm Jose.
And we've been Death to Squids. Or we've brought Death to Squids. There we go. See you guys. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, yeah.